we get started? Because I want to make sure we have enough time for Christy to tell a little bit about herself and her role at Special Olympics and some amazing stuff she does as an athlete, something that's coming up big, and talk a little bit about Night of Thanks. So I know some of you are signed up for it, but we want to get more Global Messengers signed up. So Christy, why don't you take it away? I'm going to put you on the spotlight here. Go ahead.
Okay, and can I share my screen? Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Great.
So can you guys see what I'm sharing?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yes.
And please
Okay.
unmute, please. Thank you.
Do you see it?
Go
Do you
on,
see it?
Christy.
Oh, wait, where'd it go?
You lost
Black
it.
screen.
I lost it. Hang on.
All right.
Okay, do you see it now or no?
No.
Hang on. I've got two. There we go. Do you see it now?
No.
No,
No.
nothing.
What
No.
the heck? All right, hang on.
A black tennis court.
It does look like.
If you look at it that way, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a black tennis court.
How did I? Okay, hang on. I'll figure it out. Technical difficulties here.
Mm.
Maybe you
Now?
can stop your share and then start again, stop and start again to clear.
Ah,
There. Now
okay,
we
there.
see.
Now we
Is it
see
there?
it.
Yes.
Yes. Now
Okay,
we see it.
awesome. So I'm going to do this a little. First, I'm going to talk about why it's important to say thank you. That's going to be my first part. And then I'll kind of talk a little bit about myself, if that's okay. So hi, everybody. My name is Christy Miller, and I'm the Senior Director of Donor Impact at Special Olympics, which is basically a fancy way to say I help everyone on the team in development raise money so that we can put on the best sports competitions and do as much as we can for the athletes, okay? So I'm going to talk about why it is important to say thank you. Okay, so did you know that researchers studying gratitude have found that being thankful and expressing it to others is good for our health and happiness? Expressing gratitude not only improves one's one-on-one relationships, but could bring entire groups together, inspiring a desire to help and connect other people who are just watching the act of giving. So I don't know about you, but I know it feels good when someone says thank you to me if I've done something nice. And I also enjoy thanking people when they do something good for me. I'm sure all of you guys can relate. So, reasons why thank yous are important. So, thanking donors, volunteers, sponsors, and people who grant Special Olympics money helps them feel like they're making a difference. All the people who are giving to Special Olympics want to feel like they're making a difference and helping. It's also good manners. I don't know about you, but as I was growing up and I had a birthday or Christmas and someone gave me a gift, my parents were always telling me, got to send the thank you out. It's important to thank other people. It's good manners. It's something that's just the right thing to do. And then it's also vital. So as people come in, maybe they've given money for the first time to Special Olympics. But by us saying thank you to them, we can hopefully build a relationship with them and turn them into somebody who gives more frequently by showing them how much we value them. So I know many of you know that the save the date, the Night of Thanks is coming up on May 15th, for those of you who don't know. It's at the Farmington Polo Club in Farmington, Connecticut. We'll have some dinner and some beverages, and we have a number of you guys signed up. You could see on the screen who has already signed up, but we really need to get some other folks to sign up because we have a lot of thank yous to do. We have like 600 thank you cards to write. That's a lot. That's a lot. So we'll have a pre-printed message. So we would ask the athletes and global messengers who are attending to just put dear whoever the person is and then sign your name on the bottom. So that is May 15th, which is today. That's like in 2 weeks, basically 2 weeks from tomorrow is the day. So please, if you're available, put it on your calendar. If you have transportation issues, let Debbie know. So maybe we can figure out, you know, one of us on staff, if we live nearby you, we can help you get there. But please, if transportation is the issue that's causing you not to think you can attend, please let Debbie know, okay? And also good news, we do the Night of Thanks twice a year. So we do it once in the spring and once in the fall. And we already have our fall date scheduled. So we're giving you so much notice. I'm sure Debbie will continue reminding you, but it's going to be November 7th at the CIAC building. The CIAC, I'm sure many of you know, they oversee all the unified programs in the schools. So they're going to let us use their building, which is in Cheshire, Connecticut. So that will be November 7th at 6 p.m. in Cheshire, Connecticut. And again, it will be a fun time for all of you guys to come together. We'll have food, we'll have beverages, and we'll just spend some time writing some thank yous. And we're giving you notice so you can get it on your calendars now. Okay?
Hey, Christy.
Yes.
Is it at the Farmington Polo Club or is it at the Farmington Club? Because although they are next door to each other, they're not the same building. I think it's at the Farmington Club because the address is correct, but the word polo might throw people off.
Thank you for bringing that up. I'm going to look at my
I think it's at the Farmington Club. The address is correct, but the word polo, if somebody put that in their GPS, would take them to a different building.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes,
I'm sure Debbie will. Thank you so much, Robin. I'm sure Debbie will make sure you guys have the best instructions. And I'm sure you're correct. So thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
And I got a question to ask you too, Christy.
Yes.
Is it possible if you can send those to me by mail so I can do it at home? Because I got an event that day on the 15th.
Yes, I can definitely send you some. And I appreciate you asking me. I'm going to make a note to myself.
Yeah, because I got a Kennedy event that night too.
Okay. I'm writing that down, so I will be able to send you some, and they'll already have the stamp and the label, and you'll just have to sign a few. How many would you be comfortable doing?
It depends how much you send me.
Okay.
I think they usually do between 15 and 20.
I would.
Yeah, it depends.
Okay. Okay, I'll talk with Debbie and we'll make sure we mail you some. And thank you so much for offering to do that.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Okay, so as I said, excuse me?
Me too.
Megan?
Megan.
Yes.
Okay. So Megan, you would like some mailed to you as well?
Yeah, because I'm in the school system now, so I can't do it during the week.
Okay. I am taking note. And I'm sure Debbie can help me coordinate that. So as I mentioned, we need more volunteers for May 15th because we have 600 thank yous to complete. And I also wanted to bring up, I know that there is a thank you committee, and I know some of you are on it. I think there's like 8 people on the thank you committee. So what we would like to do, yes, Megan? Oh, you're on it, yes. What we'd like to do going forward is either mail you like maybe 10 cards or drop them at your house, depending if we live nearby you, and have you do them at your leisure when you can in a month. And it might be that we're sending thank yous to people who are giving for the first time. So we would have you write a message that would just say, Dear Megan, thank you for making a donation for the first time, and sign your name. So going forward, after we get past May 15th, maybe after the summer games, we'll start doing that, where we'll mail people on the thank you committee some to do at your leisure from your home. Okay?
I got another question to ask you. I have friends from my job site that help give and stuff. Now that I work with them, can I give it to them in person or what?
If there is somebody somebody on the thank you list, you're saying?
My friend Teresa has donated things like food and stuff for like the plunges and stuff. And I
Okay.
work with her. So I was wondering if I do something for her, I can give it to her in person.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? If we're mailing you some thank yous and you want to write a few to people in your life, by all means, that's a great idea. And then you
Thank
could
you.
just,
Yep.
yes.
I know
Megan, you're
someone doesn't
shaking.
agree, but I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yep.
Megan, you're shaking your head. Do you have something you want to add? No. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Christy.
You're welcome. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to talk about as far as the thank yous and why they're so important. Does anybody have any questions on anything I just said?
I do. I do.
Okay.
What, like, if could a thank you note be someone who, like, a friend who's volunteering for the first time? Could it be that too?
If there's somebody in your circle that you want to personally thank that's not on our list, I totally encourage you to do so.
Okay.
Whether you want to tell them in person, you know, at my last job, one thing that our donors loved. So we had this woman who donated to our summer camp. So I took my phone and I made a quick video of the kids wearing the baseball caps that she bought them and saying, thank you. And I just texted her the video. She loved it. So even if, you know, so that's something you can do. You can do a quick little video on your phone or have somebody help you do it and then just text it to the person. I bet they'll love hearing it in your own voice. So
yeah, because I feel like that's more personal. I feel like that's more like the approach to it.
Yeah, I totally, anytime you can do a personal thank you, those are definitely the best. But it's hard for us because we have 600 people to thank. So imagine if I was making all of you guys do videos, that would keep you pretty busy. So, but thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see here.
Oh my God, this thing.
All right, so now I'm going to introduce you to me. So there I am.
Yeah.
So there I am, Christy Miller, Senior Director of Donor Impact. And I'm going to share 6 fun facts about.
Boy, I see like a lot of it here.
So my 6 fun facts about me is that I'm a mom to a 20-year-old girl, and being a mom is my greatest joy. I love running. So just like some of you who are doing track and field, running is my favorite sport. I have 4 rescue animals at home, which is a lot, and I'll show you pictures in a minute. I'm a big Yukon Husky fan. I don't know who else follows the men or the ladies.
I feel like I follow them through you.
I do.
You do?
I do also.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it was fun watching them go back to back, and I can't wait to see what the ladies will do next year. I've been a Boston Red Sox fan since I was a little girl, and I enjoy connecting people. And what that means is when I meet somebody through a job or they're a friend, and I love introducing them to somebody else I might know who can help them out. So I love connecting people who have good energy so that they can go do something great. So those are some facts about me. And then I'm going to show you. So hopefully can you guys see these pictures?
Yeah.
So there's my girl Holly. She is old. She's 13. She's going to be 14. And we know dogs unfortunately don't live as long as people, but she's my old girl and she's my soulmate dog. And then I got Dixie and Poppy. Poppy's the dog, Dixie's the kitty. And then over on the other side, I have Luna. And then I have a picture of my daughter, Shelby. that's my daughter Shelby. She's a sophomore at UConn, and she plays club field hockey, and she is studying to be a nurse. So,
Oh wow.
yes, and she just tried to call me while I was on this call. I declined her call, but she just had a chemistry exam, so I'm sure she's calling to tell me how her exam went.
That's awesome because my mom's a nurse.
Your mom's a nurse?
Yeah.
That's what, do you know what kind of nurse is she? Does she work at a hospital or?
Like RN.
Oh, okay. That's great.
And she's actually like kind of like the supervisor, so she has like her own office and everything.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. What does she work at a hospital?
Not uh not that I know of, but she did once.
Okay. That's so great. Yep. So that's what my daughter's hoping to become someday when she finishes her school. And then, as Debbie mentioned, something about me is I love running. So I'm sure I don't have as many medals as all of you guys on the phone, but over in the corner, you can see some of the medals I've got from running. That
Oh, that's
picture,
cool.
that picture of me jumping is just from this past Sunday. I ran a 30K, which is
You crazy.
That's
I know.
amazing.
So that's 18.6 miles. So that's what I did. That's what I did this weekend. And
My
then next,
brother did it.
excuse me?
My brother used to do marathons.
He really? Does he still
Yeah,
do them?
not as much now.
No,
Excuse me.
they're taxing on your body, that is for sure. So this coming Sunday, I'm flying to California on Thursday, and on Sunday I'll be competing in the Big Sur Marathon in California.
Oh,
So
good luck.
That's where my
thank
mom
you.
went.
You're welcome.
So please send me some good vibes because it's gonna be a challenge.
That's
Oops.
actually where my parents live.
Excuse me?
Oh, my parents live in California.
Oh, really? What part?
Um, like northern.
Okay, got it. So I'll be right in the middle. So I'm going to be in Monterey, California. And the run I'm doing is right along the Pacific Coast highway. So it's going to be really beautiful. I'll have views of the ocean as I'm running. So that will
I
be
hope you have good
cool.
weather.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted. I'll update Debbie so she can tell you guys next time you have a call.
And maybe you could bring pictures tonight of thanks, Christy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Or
I'll
we
only
have
bring
things
pictures.
here.
I'll only bring pictures if I'm doing okay. And then, so I just wanted to share. I started at Special Olympics in August of last year, and since I've been here, I've gone over the edge. I pulled the plane,
I
and
was there.
you were there.
Yeah, we were there.
Yep. Who else? I'm curious. Who else on this call did over the edge? Who went over the edge?
I've done it.
You've done it?
Do it. Yep.
Oh,
I might be the sole person on here.
It's scary.
No, it's not. It's fun.
It's fun.
I think running a marathon's scary.
Justin, Justin, are you saying that you've done it? Is that, or do you have a question?
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
Which of your two dogs was your first rescue?
Holly was my first. She's, I think, from Tennessee. And you know what I did? I just did, have you guys heard of those, you can get your dogs tested, like their genes tested to figure out what their breed is, because all my animals are mutts or mixed breeds. So I just tested Holly and Poppy, and I'm looking forward to figuring out what they are. When I rescued Holly, I was told she was a shepherd mix.
Yeah.
And Poppy, I was told, is a Chihuahua mix.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see what other kinds of what else is in them. Do you have a rescue?
No.
No. Do you like
No.
animals?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do. I do too. They're great. Since my daughter's at college, they are a great company.
Yeah.
They're
When I
a huge
come
company.
home, I have like a whole posse that
Yeah.
follows me around. So, yeah. So who else has plunged on this
Oh,
call?
I
Oh no, I
plunged
haven't
so many
plunged.
times. It's getting
I
cold.
did it.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
dad done it too.
that's
Oh,
great.
I
I
did the
plunged.
penguin one.
I save on all my work. I save all my that.
All right.
Yeah, I've plunged also.
That's
Yeah.
so great.
Hmm.
I did it. I did it in Middletown. It wasn't so bad. I think the worst part was not how cold the water was, but just it was kind
Oh,
of,
come on. It was awesome.
it was
It
gross. The
it
water
was
was kind of
it was
gross.
great. Come on. It
No.
was awesome.
John likes
Come on.
it.
It was
John,
awesome.
Weren't you the top fundraiser?
Yes, I was.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
John.
Yes, $3,100.
That's
Yeah,
Yes.
congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Amazing.
bravo. That's well done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
So that's all, I'm happy to stay and answer any questions.
N n
But
n
I want to thank you all for your time and just tell you that I think you guys are super awesome. And I put my email there. But if I can ever, I know you have Debbie, who's a rock star, but if I can ever be of help in any way, I would just tell you not to hesitate to reach out. Or if you have ideas for me, because again, my whole job is raising money with individual donors. So if you have ideas for me of how I can be more successful for Special Olympics, I welcome your thoughts, and I encourage you to reach out to me.
Christy,
Yes.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
How many marathons have you done?
That's a great question. I think this Sunday will be 22 or 23.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Christy,
Thank you. Yes.
this is Pat. Are you gonna do over the edge this year?
I don't know, Matt. I know you rappelled right next to me last time with Matt Fink, right?
Yeah, with Matt Franco. And if you want to, you can check out my fundraising page.
Nice job. I like that. I will check out your fundraising page and I will be sure to make a donation. I'm debating whether I want to go over the edge. I did it once. I don't know if I want to push my luck. I'll think about it. I'm thinking about it.
All right.
But I know, Matt, how many times have you done it?
I did it 14. Now it's gonna be my 15th.
So Matt, you'll appreciate this. I was in New York a month ago, maybe, for a UConn game, and I was at a restaurant, and guess who I ran into? Matt Finkel.
Oh my
He
God.
He was there interviewing people about UConn, and I said, "Hey, I remember you." I said, "I remember you repelled with Matt." And once I said that, he knew who I was. But I name dropped you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Robin, did you have a question?
I just wanted to emphasize the importance of this. You guys obviously know that we used to only do this once a year, and Christy actually, I'm going to throw you under the bus with love. And Christy actually came to me and asked me if I felt as though we needed to do it twice. And I said yes, only because, these people, they provide us with uniforms. They provide us with the water that we drink, at sporting events. They provide us with the medical attention. If we got hurt, they provide us with so much stuff. And the importance of saying thank you, like, especially as a global ambassador, like, we don't know somebody else's financial situation. Like, they might, we might be the only thing that they donate to a year. Right. And I just wanted to emphasize the importance of it and the importance of all of you being there. It's extremely important as global messengers that we reach out to not only our sponsors, but our donors to say thank you.
Thank you, Robin. That was well said and perfect. And I promise I didn't set this up with her to say it. That
No,
was
she
all
didn't.
her. That was all her. I had nothing to do with
Under any
it.
doing this, not offense.
Brittany, did you have a question?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Can my group home come to the night of thanks?
Yeah,
Can your
come? She said, can her group home come?
I mean, Debbie, I don't see why not. What do you think?
Yeah, I asked Brittany how many people that would be, but it sounds like it would be a really nice idea to have a couple extra people helping us out. How do you global messengers feel about having some people that aren't global? Brittany, are they athletes with Special Olympics, or are they not involved in Special Olympics?
They're involved in Special Olympics.
So they all participate as athletes?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, how do you guys feel? I feel like if
I
they're
think that's a good idea.
Okay, great.
I mean, I think, Deb, I think we should
The more the merrier.
give the global messengers priority.
Yeah.
And then, based on, I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer. I'm just saying, I know that I would be upset if somebody else, got the opportunity instead of me that wasn't a global messenger. So like maybe say, I don't know, say by May 1st, like I need your RSVP because there's a certain number of slots versus, I don't know where that sentence was going.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just my thought.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make it a group decision. I don't want it to be my decision. I want it to be your decision as the global messengers. And, Brittany being one of our team, and I think it's a really great idea. And I appreciate what Robin's saying. I know Christy said we want as many people as possible, right? So, but yeah, out of respect for our global messengers who are current, we would definitely give them priority, and we would never say no, a global messenger couldn't come to this. This would be in addition to any global messengers who would want to come. So raise your hand if you don't think that's a good idea. Raise your hand if you do think that's a good idea. All right, I think the do's have it. Okay. Well, thank you guys for helping us make that decision. So Brittany, just let us know how many that is, and then we'll get back to you after, we'll say May 1st, to confirm. How does that sound? Does that sound good?
I'll get it to Nika and let her know.
Yeah, maybe you could put me in touch with somebody from your group home that would organize the transportation, then I can talk to them directly and just figure out timing and all that. So why don't you send me your contacts information?
Okay, I'll send you the house number.
Great.
Let me go into my phone contacts and then I'll send it to you.
Yeah, just text it to me when you get a chance after tonight or tomorrow. Cool.
Can I send it to you like tomorrow when I go into my contacts? Because I have to go into my contacts on my phone. So
that would be
or just have your group home manager email Debbie. That might make your life easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give her my email address.
And Brittany, I appreciate that suggestion because right now I think we're at 11. I think we could go up to, like, depending on how many people get motivated to sign up, I think we could go up to 25. And the reason I say that is because we have a lot of cards and I don't want to overwhelm anyone because you guys are going to want to eat and socialize a little. And if we only have 11 people, I'm going to be cracking the whip to get you guys to sign cards. So
Jake and I put our nose to the grindstone and get those things out, huh, Jake?
I told you thank you is important.
I know.
Remy, you're waving your hand. Do you have a question?
Yeah, for Christy.
Yes.
So when you say how much you love running, where did you go for your first marathon?
My first marathon was in Hartford because I was 38 years old and I wasn't, your first one, you're like hoping you can finish it, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I did a close one and that way my family and friends could come. So that was my first one. My favorite one, whether you got nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My favorite one was either New York City or Boston. They're like neck and neck. And I think the reason why, and I'm sure all of the athletes on the phone can agree, is there's great crowds at those two locations. So the support of the fans, like even if you're feeling tired, that extra high five or way to go kind of gets you over the hump. So I really enjoyed those two because of all the fans. And I'm sure, I ask all of you, what event have you done that has had the greatest fan support? Like what event do you remember that you've been like, oh my God, that was so awesome?
Yeah, like track and field one year, I was one time the anchor and I ran the fastest and won first place.
Nice job. Way to go. Angie, were you waving your hand?
Yeah. I have to say my best experience was the LETR final leg in New Jersey.
Oh, that's awesome. I can imagine that had a lot of support.
Yeah, but it was an amazing experience.
I bet. I know if there's any way I can finagle my way into participating in the torch run, even though I'm not an athlete for Special Olympics and I'm not a police officer, I'm gonna try my best to try to worm my way into that because I think that would be so fun to support.
I used to run it every year when I was in the Southwest region. I just jumped in with Darien and Bridgeport and it was fine. So talk to Jackie about that. I'm sure it
Okay.
won't be a problem.
Yeah, even if it's just, I
fun.
mean, I know we have summer games coming up to do stuff, but even if I could just run a mile with the people, I'd love to.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yes,
Bobby, maybe? Bobby?
Yes, it is.
Bobby, yes.
My favorite moment is winning the basketball championship for my last part of the season playing basketball.
A basketball championship. When was that?
It was March 23rd, 2024, and Warburg, my team just won a gold medal in basketball. I officially retired from basketball. I've been playing basketball for 24 years.
Wow.
So
that's awesome. So was it just this past March that you?
Yeah, this past March we just won the championship. We just won our 46th title for Team Bearcat. So
where did you remember where because I was there, I was at the careers school.
John F. Kennedy High School.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm sorry I missed it, but I was somewhere else.
I was the beast in the basketball court.
You were the beast?
Yep.
I love it.
Me and my team. Yeah, me and my brother played together. Me and my brother found the tournament because I got so many injury in basketball that's like let me go back to my last basketball tournament and show my new teammate how we won the medal. We just won a gold medal.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And just to let you know, Christy, Bobby just signed up for Night of Thanks while we were on this call. So way to go, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
I see Allie and Megan with hands up.
I'll go first. 2 questions to ask you, Christy.
Yes.
What do you do for your marathon? Like run, bike, swim?
So normally I train by running and then I go to a gym and do like a group fitness class. But this past 6 weeks I've been battling a cold, like a respiratory infection, so I haven't been running as much. So that's why I was a bit nervous about this coming up. So that's why I ran that crazy race on Sunday, just to kind of prove to myself mentally that I was ready.
And what advice would you give me, since I do like a lot of distant running? Anything you can tell me?
Well, I think my best advice, and it's something I'm still learning, is to make sure you hydrate. Even if it's not like super hot, water is so important. And then learning, and I'm still not good at this, but learning what nutrition you need, especially if you're on a long run, to kind of keep your energy up.
Yeah, because since I do like the 2 and the 4, that's like the toughest races to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to keep up with my good energy.
Absolutely. So I would say hydrate and make sure you're getting the right nutrition or like energy boosts, like whether it's, there's all kinds of products. You just got to try them out to see what works for you.
Well,
And
I've
then
been
good
trying to cut
sneakers.
down on soda, so I've been drinking like smoothies to help me get stronger.
That's perfect.
I don't
That's
think
great.
soda is a great idea because you can get sick. And you can definitely get like a heart attack, and then you can get your teeth into a cavity.
Oh, you're talking about soda?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Any type of soda can get you sick.
My father drinks too much soda, so I'm always on him to knock it off because it's not good for you.
I drink too much soda.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to give up. So, we all have our things that we know maybe aren't the best for us that we do anyway. So sometimes those things are like my weakness is ice cream. I probably eat too much ice cream, but it is what it is. Megan, do you have a question?
Yes. My sister, she lives in Arizona, and Matt might be proud of me of this one too. My sister did Over the Edge in Arizona.
Oh, that's cool.
My sister lives in Arizona, and she did Over the Edge, and she did for Special Olympics for me.
Aw, I love that. That's so great.
Yeah, I was just in Arizona, so she does Arizona, and she did Over the Edge, and she did it for me, actually.
You're very lucky to have a sister like that. I love it.
I love her.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I really love that.
I have a news flash.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another person signed up for Night of Thanks. That would be John Woods. Woohoo! Go, John!
Well, you got quite a crowd, Chrissy.
Oh,
That's
and Ryan
awesome.
is showing us his trophy that he won at the fishing tournament on Saturday. Congratulations.
Ryan, how was that?
He's
on mute, bud.
You're on mute.
He's having trouble with his computer. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there it is. Very cool.
I'm not hearing you.
He has trouble with his sound system.
Well, Ryan, congratulations. That's some mighty fine trophy you got there.
Here you go, my championship medal.
Ooh, nice.
Good job, Bobby.
I have a question for you. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
With me?
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah.
So I'm wondering, when you're going and you're doing a marathon and you just feel like you just can't go anymore, what keeps you going?
Adrenaline. Sorry.
Yeah, no, maybe. I don't know. I'm just wondering.
So that's a great question. I just had a meeting with CIAC the Unified Sports Team earlier today, and I think, and I don't know if any of the other distance runners, I think running a marathon is 90% mental. It's what's between your ears. Because throughout a race, I will say to myself many times, why are you doing this? This was a ridiculous idea, because your body's tired. But, I don't know. There's just something like you want to cross that finish line. And when I did Boston last year, I was doing it in honor of two friends of mine who passed from cancer. So my motivation was I had to cross that finish line in their honor. So sometimes you just play mind games too. Like what I do when you're running 26.2 miles, when I get to 16 miles and I know I'm into single digits, that's a mental lift for me. And then, there's pacers you can run with, but trust me, throughout the course of the race, I always think, why are you doing this? This is ridiculous. I think that every race I've ever done, I've had that thought. But I keep going back for more, so I don't know.
Do you ever feel like you get butterflies in your stomach or anything before a race?
I definitely did before my first one in Hartford and before Boston last year, because Boston was one I so wanted to do. I don't know if you guys know, with Boston, you have to qualify. There's two ways to get into Boston. You either qualify, which means you're a super fast runner, which I'm not. I'm not fast. Or you can raise money for charity. And that's how I got in. I raised money for an organization called Golf Fights Cancer. That's how I got in. So running that race, it wasn't like scared butterflies. It was like excited, happy butterflies.
Oh, yeah, because that's how I feel before a race too. But once I get into it, I'm good with it.
Yeah. Same here. Same here.
That's amazing. And Deb, I got a question to ask you. Whatever happened to our thank you notes we're supposed to write to our pasta speakers? Do you still have their addresses?
Yeah, so I was just talking to John Fraser. I'm going to have you guys write thank you notes to Taj and Jason and send them to me, and then John's going to give them to Taj. So I'll do that.
What about Johanna? Or whatever.
What's that?
What about the music lady?
So she's coming to our in-person training day, so we'll send her thank you notes after that.
Okay, because I was wondering what happened to them.
Yeah, I know. And Robin's making a really nice gift for Jonna too that we can present to her at the training.
Yeah, it looks
so
nice.
Thanks for staying on top of that. Believe me, you're going to have a lot of thank you cards to be writing in the next couple
of yeah, I'm prepared.
Yeah, and you hang me like this.
Good. And there's Natasha. Hey, we're happy you joined us.
Oh, there.
Hey, I just saw that Justin asked a really good question in the comments. He asked me
he
what
actually sent it to me. It's really neat.
That's a great question. What made you first decide to associate with Special Olympics? Did you see an example of inclusion or something like that, or was it just something in general? So, my job before this one was also working for a nonprofit. I think, generally speaking, it feels good to work for nonprofits where you know you're doing something good for other people instead of selling a product or making like doing something good feels good. But personally speaking, I had an aunt who lived with me. My parents, I should say, it was my dad's sister who lived with our family for most of my life, who had intellectual disabilities. And she wasn't put in a position to participate in something like Special Olympics. And I think had she had that opportunity, it would have changed her life. And she's passed away several years ago. But growing up with my aunt and my brother and I felt very protective of her. And she was a hoot. She was a hoot. And then my nephew, who lives in North Carolina, has autism, and his autism is severe. So he's nonverbal, and he's 8 years old and has issues about texture. So he still doesn't eat solid food. He eats, he drinks from a basically formula because they have to find a way to get the nutrition into him. So even though he's 8, he looks much younger because he's just not eating like a normal 8-year-old would. And so seeing my brother and his wife navigate that, but I just got the best news like 2 weeks ago. My nephew Sullivan is going to be participating in Special Olympics down in North Carolina. So so that's why I feel connected to Special Olympics. It's my own personal family, but also just the idea of doing something that makes the world better instead of making somebody rich.
Beautiful.
So, Christy, do you do the marathons like rain or shine, or just mostly when it's nice out?
Once you pay the money, I'm flying to California. It's a lot of money. So whether it's raining, snowing, I'm running.
They don't never cancel.
They never, only time. So one time, this is interesting. I went to Florida to run the Disney race. And
oh, my favorite, Disney.
You guys will like this, okay? So
my brother
called
did
the
this.
Disney Dopey. And you know why they call it that? Because we're all dopes. Because we run 4 races in 4 days. We run a 5K, a 10K, a half, and a full. 48.6 miles over 4 days. And the half marathon that year got canceled because of a cold front coming in and thunder and lightning. So the only time they'll really cancel a race if it's extreme heat and they're worried about people passing out from heat, or if it's like lightning or some like a tornado, something really traumatic, then they'll cancel. But most events are rain or shine.
I'd love to run with you sometime. That'd be great.
I would love that.
Yeah, I'd love
We'll have
to
to
have
make
a partner.
plan.
Yeah, that way I can learn your tips and tricks and all that.
And maybe you can teach me a few things.
Sounds good to me.
Deal.
Yeah.
Megan, did you have another question?
Yes. So for the night of thanks, can I talk about Special Olympics? About myself, if I can?
Yeah, I mean, Debbie?
Yeah. Are you coming,
Yeah.
Megan? Are you coming that
I'm not
night?
coming, but I can just do it like at home. I can just do it by myself, and maybe I can put that in my thing.
Yeah, if you want us to send you blank ones where you, and you know what we're gonna do? I mentioned to the people who are on the thank you committee, we're gonna customize the cards.
Okay.
So there's 8 of you on the thank you committee. So we want to make the cards have your picture on the front. We want to do a little blurb about you on the inside. So when the person gets it, they see your picture. They see something about you. So that's what we're going to do going forward.
Okay, yeah, I want to talk about myself, not about like personal stuff, but just about Special Olympics.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I do not talk about work or anything else. I talk about Special Olympics.
Awesome. Awesome. That's the best.
Thank you.
Can we choose any topic that we want to, like not just for Special Olympics?
Well, you're thanking a donor. So somewhere in there has got to be a message to them, thanking them. But I think that any donor would love to hear about you and learn more about you.
Sounds fair. It's fast already.
So Debbie, I don't know if you guys have more things on the agenda. I don't want to keep anyone.
No, we keep our calls to an hour. So I see we just have about 5 minutes left. I see Natasha has her hand up. So I'll if you don't mind, Christy.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Okay.
So Christy,
We'll wrap up by 5. Go ahead, Natasha.
What you said about going forward, like I could like for a little blurb. I would say my name is Natasha Cole. I'm a health leader, program manager, and a coach. And also I am empowered. Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
How's that?
And Natasha
that sounds great.
For Night of Thanks too, right, Natasha?
Yes.
Great.
I think we all have to realize too that this isn't necessarily the Night of Thanks isn't necessarily about us. It's about our donors. So I think we all kind of need to keep that perspective that it may or may not be the right time and place to talk about ourselves, because the Night of Thanks it's about us, but it's not. Like I think it's really important to realize that also.
Agree. But as far as these cards going forward, the ones that we send home to you, that you have a little more time to write out your own message. If you want to put a couple facts or your proudest moment as a global messenger or as an athlete, I think a donor would love to hear that.
Right.
But Robin's point is correct, that we need to make sure the focus is on thanking the donor. But I do think, I know personally, if I was to receive a thank you note from any of you and you told me something about yourself, I would love it. So, but it truly is about thanking the donor. But I think putting a couple tidbits in there is fine.
It was kind of like how we really loved hearing about Christy today and learning about her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like about her marathon.
Thank you, guys. I hope that wasn't too boring for you. But thank you.
I think it
I
was
appreciate
fantastic. So
you.
we're coming up on 5 o'clock. I think we're going to wrap up and let everybody go eat their dinner. But Christy, that was wonderful. It really, truly was.
Oh,
It
muchas
was so nice to get to know you better
Thank you.
and find out
Thank
more
you,
about you. I
Christy.
think we're pumped up for Night of Thanks. So, you know, thanks to everybody who signed up and who will be there. Really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you there. Let's give Christy a big round of applause.
Good job, Christy.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Christy.
guys.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing
Thank
many
you.
of you on May 15th, okay?
All right.
And if we're not going to
Yeah,
be
me-
here, you'll send us the cards.
Yep, just make sure you
Okay.
let Debbie know so then I can coordinate with her to make sure I get those in the mail to you.
Okay, thanks.
Great.
All right,
Good
bye
night,
everybody.
Deb.
Bye.
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 Thank
Bye,
you,
Deb.
Christy.